What if the oldest spiritual text in human history wasn't about gods at all, but about a single question that still drives every scientist, philosopher, and seeker today? When the world was young and silence stretched across the sky like an unspoken hymn, a spark was born in the hands of Vedic seers. That spark was Agni, the fire, the light, the sacred word of humankind's first song. The quest for truth began in that very moment. Agni became the bridge between matter and spirit, between the word and the silence it arises from. Through him, the seers saw the unity behind all diversity. They whispered, "One flame, many faces, one truth, many gods." Agni taught the ancient mind that truth is not a possession, it is a path. It asks not for fear, but for faith, not for rituals, but for realization. And so, the Rig-Veda begins, not with command, but with praise, not with certainty, but with wonder. The first hymn is not to a god above, but to the light within, the fire that sustains the stars and glows secretly in the heart of every human being. The first 10 hymns of the Rig-Veda form the dawn of human thought and spiritual consciousness. They call upon Agni, Vayu, Indra, Varuna, and others, not as distant deities, but as forces symbolizing the awakening of knowledge, gratitude, and truth-seeking. These aren't prayers in the way we think of them today. They are conversations with the fundamental forces of existence. Let's explore them. Agni, thou art the divine priest, the bearer of offerings, the messenger between men and gods. The very first hymn of human civilization is addressed to fire, not as something to fear, but as something sacred, a teacher. In the heart's altar burns a flame, the fire of aspiration. But Agni is not just physical fire, it is conscious energy, the light within all seeking minds. Fire transforms. Every spark of curiosity is sacred. Nurture it, and it becomes wisdom. To Vayu, the life breath, we offer our song. Swift and unseen, he moves through all worlds. After fire comes breath. Vayu is invisible. You cannot see him, only feel his presence. Every creature that lives breathes. Wind doesn't cling. It flows where it must, touches everything, but possesses nothing. Freedom is divine. Flow with purpose, but never lose your essence. In a world that constantly tries to cage us, Vayu reminds us that our true nature is like the wind, free, essential, and ever moving. Indra, wielder of the thunderbolt, destroyer of darkness, awaken our strength. Indra represents the courage to break through. Think of those moments when something inside you just roars, when you decide to finally become who you were meant to be. The darkness he destroys isn't out there. It's the doubt, the hesitation, the voice that says, you can't. Face your demons, both within and without. Ushas comes clothed in light, opening the doors of truth. She awakens life and song. Ushas is the dawn. No matter how dark the night has been, dawn comes. Always, without fail. Each morning is a rebirth. Awaken your soul before the sun. O sky and earth, vast parents of all, may your harmony sustain us. Sky and earth, the cosmic stage itself. Heaven shelters, earth nourishes. Between them, we live as children of balance. The hymn doesn't ask for dominion over nature. It asks for harmony with it. We are its song, not its masters. The Maruts, roaring with strength, scatter the darkness with their golden lances. The Maruts are storm gods, fierce, wild, untamed. They represent necessary disruption. Think of how a forest needs fire to regenerate. When life's storms rage, know they come to purify, not to punish. O waters, Grant us health, clarity, and strength. You are the mothers of all life. Water appears throughout the Vedas as a symbol of purity, healing, and the flow of consciousness itself. Water is persistent. Given enough time, it can carve through mountains. Purity is power. Stay clear, stay kind, stay flowing. Soma, divine nectar, thou makest poets and thinkers. Through thee, we rise beyond fear. Soma represents divine inspiration, the state of elevated consciousness. It's what happens when understanding finally clicks, when the poem writes itself, when you're so absorbed in something meaningful that time disappears. Not a drink, but a state, the intoxication of truth. Soma is joy found in the rhythm of wisdom. True ecstasy lies not in pleasure, but in enlightenment. Savitar, the golden sun, awaken us to noble thoughts and deeds. Savitar is not just the physical sun, but the principle of inspiration and activation. The sun is not only light, it is consciousness itself. Savitar touches the sleeping mind and turns thought into action. Let your inner light guide the day's work. Varuna, Lord of Truth, who binds the guilty and frees the pure, uphold the law of harmony. Varuna is the guardian of Urta, the cosmic order. Truth flows like the sea, vast, silent, and just. Varuna reminds us of the eternal order. Actions have consequences because reality itself is structured around cause and effect. Live truthfully. The cosmos itself supports the honest heart. From fire to sky, from dawn to water, the Rig-Veda sings the world awake. The Rig-Veda contains many more hymns, each a window into the eternal questions of existence. The next 10 hymns await. Are you willing to explore them?